Okay, hello everybody, my name is Aiden and welcome back to another stream. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have got a Chicago Bulls and New York Knicks watch-along as the Bulls face the Knicks for the second time in consecutive days, I would say, about 4 days apart since our last game against the Knicks. It's still in Chicago, we still have big games upcoming and this one might top them all. We'll have to wait and see. Definitely, I would say the Knicks are the hardest team we have remaining. We've got the Knicks twice, we've got the Wizards, and we've got the Pistons. So it's surprising enough. I don't actually know whether or not a harder team is actually necessary. Not necessary. A good thing or a bad thing or not. It seems like the harder teams are the teams that we need to be facing because we choke against some of the worst teams out there in the league. But regardless of the facts, you still got winnable games out here. The Bulls need to win them, and this is going to be one of those games that we absolutely need to win. We'll have to wait and see if we can get the job done. But before we get any further, if you enjoyed the stream, feel free to like and subscribe if you are new, and let me know in the chat what you guys think about the game, and also, whether or not you think we could walk away with a win. Already, just to say, last time we faced the Knicks, we started off a lot better than this one. It's already 6-2, a timeout called by the Bulls. So, not the best start considering we had a much better start against the Knicks the first time, but we had to have expected this, right? You can't just, expect a good team like the Knicks to just fold every time they face us. They're going to want an element of revenge against us. So that's going to be very interesting, and we'll see how that goes. So, yeah. Yep, it's me. Hello, Tyler. Just to kind of talk about that a little bit. Plans have changed, essentially, but my ears and eyes are open for anything at the moment. So if something, changes midstream, then of course I'm going to have to leave. But I'm here at the moment, and everything's hopefully good. But if things change, and you got to adapt to it. So, if something does happen midstream, I might have to go mid-quarters. I might have to go and check something mid-quarters, stuff like that. But again, it's better than doing nothing. Sitting here watching the game doing nothing, I think, is worse than, I guess, streaming. And if I have to end the stream early, I end the stream early. I think that's the better option to go with. So we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see what happens. That's all I really got to say about this situation. Just pray that everything is A-okay. That's all I can really ask for from anybody that's wondering. Bulls could definitely win this game. Well, again, I think it's a 6-2 start. I think the ESPN score says 4-2, but I'm pretty sure they've scored 3 times already. So, again, it's still so early, but yeah, the Knicks have already had a better start compared to the last time we faced them. They had a horrible start to that last game against us. I think they scored like 20 points, maybe 14 points, something like that in the first quarter. Yeah, it wasn't great. So you had to expect the Knicks to start better. But how do we adapt and respond to that? That's going to be the key for the Bulls here. The Knicks are still playing for... You're absolutely right, they're still playing for position. From 4th to 6th are still wide open. And the Knicks are going to fight for this game because they are battling for home court advantage in the playoffs. They may only get it for a round, but that round... It's important, right? It's an important round. That first round, getting your feet wet in the playoffs. The Knicks haven't had major playoff success. So the first thing that they're going to want to have is security and home court advantage. And with so little games to go, every single one of them are going to matter. So you're absolutely right. They are definitely going to be playing for home court. And they're going to fight for this game. I think it also hurts. I said it in my injury report. I haven't seen Io, and I'm assuming Io isn't playing. So Io being out, I think, puts us at a massive disadvantage. I don't even think we can win this game without Io. But the Bulls are going to have to produce some of their best performances of the entire season if we are going to have that chance. And hopefully we can do that. Because, the Knicks are not going to be an easy game for sure. I have a lot of respect for this New York Knicks team. The fact that they have Julius Randle out and they're still the 4th seed, he's been out for a while. And I truly think Julius Randle makes them so much better because he provides a different element to their game that they just don't have without him there. So I have a lot of respect for this Knicks team and how they've adapted to that situation. And of course, the recent acquisitions they've made, I can't blame them. I know Knicks fans are not necessarily, at least some of them, are not necessarily lovable people in many ways, even though we should love everyone at the end of the day. There's an element of toxicity there, but the Knicks franchise, I think, has done well this season. You have to give them respect for that. It's been as good as they've been in a long time, probably since the Carmelo days. So that's good for them. Let's go Chicago Bulls. Let's go Chicago Bulls. That's what I like to see. I once worked in a nursing home. Sorry, I once worked in a nursing home and had to change diapers. There you go. That requires a lot of patience, something I could never do. Your family's in our prayers. Go Bulls. Thank you very much, James. I appreciate that. I hope Patrick Williams comes back better than ever next year. I think we all want that to happen for sure. We've got some New York Knicks fans in the chat. I think that says go my Knicks. Yeah, your Knicks are off to a great start, man. Can't even complain. 9-5. It's pretty decent. You got OG Anunoby at the moment. I think that's going to be a backcourt violation, and it is. Caruso does not touch it, so that will go to the Bulls. I'm hoping for a close game. I know that's weird to say, because we're always in close games, but look, if we're not blowing out the Knicks, which is most likely not going to happen with the way the Knicks style is, you want to be in that close game to have that chance to win it. Javonte Green gets blocked by Hartenstein. But I think there's going to be a foul call. What's up, Daniel? Go Bulls. That's what I like to see. So, is that a foul or a goaltend? I think that's... I don't know. That, to me... I think that looks clean on all levels. Inside... There we go. Okay, so the block went inside the... Like, he put his hand inside the basket to block it. You're not allowed to do that, I don't think. So, that is definitely... Yeah, sorry, that's definitely a goaltend. So we get the points there. Javonte Green scores for the Bulls. Kobe White for 3, chucks it up and in. That's a deep 3 and hopefully a confidence-boosting 3 for Kobe White as we bring the game to 1 point. Yo, Seth. Knicks are very good. They destroyed the Bucks last game. Crazy. Yeah, I saw that. I didn't see the game, but I saw the score. And I don't know what's wrong with the Bucks. I mean, I'm trying to discredit the Knicks win because beating the Bucks is a heck of an accomplishment. And I do think the Knicks are a very good team. Again, I've been praising them pretty much the entire stream. But the Bucks have done some really weird things in the last couple of weeks. And then I think now, are they not beating Boston right now? Hold on. Because I have a friend that's a Boston fan, and I think he talked about the Bucks breaking their streak. So I want to take a look at that real quick. Where's the Bucks? The Bucks are up by 20 against the Celtics. Well, that's a comeback. They can definitely come back from that Boston. But yeah, they're doing weird stuff, man. I can't explain it. This is the NBA, bro. It's just, I consider the NBA, I wouldn't say the most unpredictable sport, but it's a sport where anybody could beat anybody. When you look at other sports, you see first versus last, for example. 99% of the time, the first team is going to win. But in NBA, the last team can at least provide the fight, make it entertaining. So yeah, I can't explain what's happening to the Bucks. And the Knicks, again, beating the Bucks is a big accomplishment. You can't take anything away from that. Kobe White driving to the rim. Should have taken the shot. He passed out of that. Caruso goes up, misses the layup, rebounds to Hartenstein. Brunson trying to go all the way in transition. Gets it to DiVincenzo for 3, and that's a miss. Rebound to Javonte Green. I hope the Bulls could play good defense and offense to win this game tonight. I gave a like on your channel. Always appreciate that, Jimmy. Thank you for stopping by. I feel like Jimmy's in here the most. He may not speak the most, but every time I see a live stream, Jimmy's in here, so I appreciate that. And Daniel, I think most of you guys are, to be fair. Fair play. Give yourselves a round of applause. Bucks in Milwaukee. Bucks in Milwaukee own Boston. Okay, is it in Milwaukee? That should be an interesting playoff series. I still think Boston win that series if it ever comes to be, but Giannis is a different beast, and it's hard to stop. Tuning in from work, hashtag CRED. Wow. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you don't get caught. I guess workplaces usually allow you to, do your own thing as long as you get the work done these days. That's definitely an old school mind of thinking there from me. So don't mind me. Keep up the good work, Aiden. Thank you very much, Nate. I appreciate that. The Knicks right now up by 5 still with 6 minutes to go. DeRozan shoots the 3. I think there's a foul called beforehand. Earbuds. I see. Maybe not necessarily earbuds, but yeah. Fair play, man. Fair play. So that in that situation, DiVincenzo gets a dunk because Caruso was just caught sleeping on the back door. Bucks always lose when they're in Boston, but they always win at home. But Boston is a very good team. I can't see a world where Boston does not walk out of the Eastern Conference and make it to the finals. Look, I always go back to when the reporter asked if Giannis had a failed season, and Giannis went off at that reporter. And I remember making a video about this, and it still rings to my ears this day, about it depends on the circumstance that defines whether or not you've had a failed season or not. For example, if you're the Boston Celtics and you lose to the 8th-seeded team in the playoffs in the first round, you can't tell me that's not a failed season. But the way that Boston has played this season, they've been so far and above every other team in the Eastern Conference that if they don't even make it to the finals, I would probably consider that a failed season. They're probably the only team that's going to get to 65 wins this season. But to be fair, the regular season doesn't always mean anything. The Warriors went 73-9 and they didn't get that championship that year. I consider that a failed season because how do you get so far in the regular season but you lose in the playoffs? So I guess it just depends, really. But yeah, Boston should be making it out of the East. Because otherwise, all that body of work they've had throughout the whole season will mean nothing. But then you got teams like Miami last season that was in the play-in tournament and made it to the finals. I mean, it's impressive. This league, it's impressive sometimes. Certain teams just turn it on in the playoffs. Anyway, 19-14 is the score. 5 minutes to go. Javon Carter's going to take a 3, and he misses. Rebound to OG Anunoby. It still feels weird to say OG Anunoby for the Knicks, but it's happened for a while now. Brunson hits a transition 3. No one really stops the ball. Gets in rhythm. Shoots the 3, and he gets it to fall. The Knicks are having a much better start to this game. Javon Carter shoots another 3, and that one falls for the Bulls. We get those 3 points right back. Javon Carter's playing bright and early this game. Those 3s could be crucial if he can knock them down. He's already missed one already, and he's made one. And he's also allowed DiVincenzo to make one on the other end. Bulls down by 8. We got AC with the behind the back. Goes to the paint, finds Javon Carter again. And that one was short. Rebound to Josh Hart. Javonte Green trying to hassle the defense. Josh Hart in the post. Finds Brunson. Javonte Green bites on the fake. And Brunson is going to get to the line. A crafty move from a very crafty player. Knew Javonte Green was going to, be on that backside there. And Brunson initiates that contact. It's Harden-esque, that type of contact. I would even say Trae Young-esque. Knows that the defender's right there. He's going to commit. Puts his body in the way. Gets the foul call. That's one of those calls where you hate the call because you know it's not the defender that's initiating the contact. But it's a very smart play if you're able to do it right. Because 9 times out of 10, the refs are going to bite on that call. Because there is contact. They have to make the call. So it sucks for Javonte Green, but it's smart from Brunson in the end. It's definitely not as bad as Trae Young, but still. It's a very, very smart play, let's just say. A chance to make this a 10-point lead for the Knicks. Double digits. Brunson makes the free throw. All right, Kobe White bringing the ball up. Who's going to be the guy to step up for the Bulls in this game? Kobe White to DeRozan. DeRozan with Anunoby guarding. A very tough matchup for both players. Javon Carter back to DeRozan. DeRozan doesn't shoot the three. 4 seconds left. Will shoot the mid-range and gets blocked by OG Anunoby. All right, McBride. He had a great game against the Bulls last time out. It's Brunson now. Kobe White trying to keep up with him on the screens. Finds the corner to Anunoby. And DeRozan commits to the pump fake. And Anunoby runs right into DeRozan in the air. That looked like a tough hit. But two tough players going at it there. And they both walk out unscathed. DeRozan jumps and Anunoby just walked in that direction. It's like Anunoby had his mind set on what he was going to do. DeRozan just jumped in the wrong way. That's a tough call right there. Tough play. But both players are alright. About 3 minutes and 21 seconds left in the first. Yeah, I kind of talked about it a little bit earlier, Old School Magic. Plans have changed, appointments have changed and stuff of that nature. But my ears and eyes are aware, like I'm going to be hearing things, and if something changes again, because I'm able to stream now, but if something happens throughout the stream, I'm gone straight away, put it that way. But for now, I feel like there's no point just sitting at home and not doing a stream if I can. I can do the stream. Hopefully I can finish the stream. If things change, things change. And it is what it is. Like, I would feel tremendously guilty if I could do a live stream and I didn't. So plans changed. I could do it. So I'm going to do it until I no longer can. Brunson in the post. Tries to shoot the post hook. That's a pretty weird shot. He misses. Javon Carter bringing that ball up. He wants to use the pick and roll. Finds Kobe White. Kobe White with the sidestep. A nice little hezzy to Drummond. And Drummond gets the jump hook to go. Kobe with two hesitations on that play. And he definitely got the right outcome out of that one. Gets the assist to Andre Drummond, who hopefully is can have another big game here as the Bulls are down by 8. Got McBride trying to dribble over Javon Carter. Finds Josh Hart. Josh Hart in the corner. Shoots right over Alex Caruso for the three. They've definitely been a much better three-point shooting team in this game. AC. Brunson goes under the screen. Brunson must have not read the scouting report on AC this season. He's a 40% three-point shooter. You can't go under screens and not even try to compete and contest on that possession. That's a heck of a screen by Drummond as well. The Bulls are staying alive in this one. Brunson will make his own three, and that one was heavily contested. Looks like Brunson's on track to having a massive game for the Knicks. He's got 12 points and 4 assists already in the first. Kobe White scoops in and beats Mitchell Robinson to the rim for a layup. Again, trading buckets right now with the Knicks staying alive in the game. They started tremendously hot, but the Bulls are still in it. Brunson, sidestep, shoots, and he scores again. Oh, no. Oh, we might have to change our game plan for Brunson, ladies and gentlemen. It feels like he can't miss out there. He's in one of those types of modes. Kobe White doesn't get the scoop layup this time. He passes it out. Torrey Craig, tough competitive layup, and there's a foul calls there. Torrey Craig will go to the line for 2. But Brunson, again, he's having a heck of a game right now. You have to really you need to ask the question, what would you rather do right now? Would you rather Brunson get, hot from the field, or do you maybe try to double team him and force him to pass it out? He's got 15 points in the first quarter, I believe. I think adjustments may have to be made. And we also have to realize something on the Bulls side of things that we could talk about. Kobe White's had a very good start to this game in his own right. He's been struggling a lot for the Bulls thus far in the last month or so since the post-All-Star break. Some of that could be due to the hip injury and the ankle injury he sustained. I think a lot of it is due to how the NBA teams are defending him now compared to how they used to defend him. So there's a lot of development still there for Kobe White that he has to definitely... what's the word? Adapt to and grow into. There's a lot of a development and potential there Kobe White still needs to unlock, which is expected. He's still very young, and this is his first breakout season. There's going to be a lot more positivity for Kobe White. So, yeah, at the end of the day, he's had a good start to this game. It's time to build on it, if you know what I mean. But still, hopefully, he continues to have a good game. I can't see what you say. I want to see Brunson get more points. I mean, 15 points in the first quarter is quite impressive. He scored just under half your points at the moment. He's got 4 assists as well, so he's probably impacted in the majority of the possessions at the moment. I don't know how much more you can ask for. I mean, he's on track. If he scores 15 every quarter, that's 60 points. That's what he's on track for at the moment. If he has the same quarter every single time out, we probably get destroyed in that regard as well. As a Bulls fan, respectfully, I think if it gets too out of hand too quickly, you need to start double teaming and force other guys to make the difference. You know, if you have guys like Mitchell Robinson and Hartenstein out there, you might consider in pick and rolls just trying to double team Brunson and hope that you've got good recovery players out there that can help you out on the defensive end and not just allow every pick and roll to go through. These are the things I'm considering. Or anytime Brunson gets into the post, because he does that quite often, you need to send help. You know, I know Caruso's a good defender, but 15 points in the first quarter, I don't care what type of defender you are, you're definitely going to need some help out there. And I think the best defenders understand that sometimes they can't do it alone. But anyway, we're not at that point yet. I mean, we kind of are, but we're not at that point yet. We're still only down by 12. There's still plenty of game to be played. As Torrey Craig misses the first. That's one we definitely needed. He scored 61 points once. That's I wouldn't say once in a lifetime these days, but that's a very rare sight. You're not going to see that very often. But again, he's on projection to score 60 points in this game. If he scores 15 points every single quarter, that's 60 points. So we definitely need to try and limit his production. Right now, we're just playing him very high. He's trying to dribble over Kobe White at the moment, trying to do a hesitation. He picks up his dribble. Bogdanovic, Caruso strips it. Nice steal. Kobe White out on the break. And Drummond gets the putback. Nice transition play for the Bulls there to bring it to single digits with 6 seconds left. Josh Hart. No one's really guarding him. He tries to find McBride. Step back mid-range. Wow, and he gets the bucket to go. Does that count? That is a mean bucket from McBride right there. Mean bucket. Right in the face of 2 Bulls defenders. I don't think it counts. The score hasn't changed on either side. On ESPN or on the NBA app. So I'm going to go out on a limb here. Maybe they'll review it. But I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that bucket does not count. And the Bulls remain down by single digits, 9 points with one first quarter of action to go, or to that happened. One first quarter has transpired. Look, again, the Knicks have started off incredibly well. Much better this time around than the last time around that we faced them. But I think, again, knowing the standards of the teams, knowing which team is better and which team is worse, the fact that the Bulls are in striking distance is all you can ask for at the moment. We never really do have great first quarters. So to be in striking distance right now is a good sign. Still not the best start. You'd, of course, want to see the Bulls take the lead. You're going to have to build upon this and hopefully get some stops in the second and play the game the way that it should be played in the next couple of quarters. You have to make things scrappy. Again, what we did against the Knicks the last time is I think we played better at their own game than they do. And, it's a one-time thing, but you have to out-scrap the New York Knicks, and it's almost impossible to do, but you have to try to do that. Guys like Javonte Green were so big in that last game, not necessarily because of the points and the rebounds, although that's massively important, but it's that dirty work that we did. Caruso doing some dirty work that will not get recognition. Ayo doing dirty work that doesn't get recognition. Drummond doing dirty work that doesn't get recognition. I think those things add up, and that's how you get wins against teams like the Knicks that are going to make things scrappy in their own right. Again, you have to be elite at the off-the-ball type of stuff if you want to beat the Knicks. You can't just beat the Knicks with the ball in your hands. You have to beat them on the other side of things. You have to beat them on the hustle plays. You have to beat them with the boxing out. You have to beat them, with the help defense. Really make things physical. We have to be prepared for that. So hopefully there's more quarters to go where we can do that. Jalen Brunson is a great player, but he has a lot of talent. He does have a lot of talent. I liked Brunson even from the Mavericks days, but he's definitely developed. And how old is he? I think, what is he? What is it? I don't know his age. We'll have to check that. What is he doing? I cannot believe what I just saw. No. Hey, someone time out. Someone time out, please. If you guys were unaware, if you haven't been watching the game, first and foremost, Drummond is down. It looks like he's hurt his knee. I think Torrey Craig decided to throw a self alley-oop to himself, and both Torrey Craig and Drummond tried to get the alley-oop and therefore missing the dunk. So he missed the easiest of transition plays. And Drummond gets hurt because of that. Man, really? Why would you look, we're trying to be highlight-worthy players, I guess. Torrey Craig wants to have a highlight reel. He gets the steal. He wants to finish it off with an incredible play. Drummond doesn't even block the dunk. I think they both hang on to the rim. That's really bad. That's a horrible play. If it works out, it's one for the ages. Not for the ages, but it's one that's going to be on ESPN's top 10. Look at this self-alley-oop by Torrey Craig. But since he missed it, that's an easy 2 points that we let slip by. And we gave the Knicks a chance to counterattack on the other end. And I think there was an offensive foul called by the Knicks. Maybe that's why Drummond's down. But a self-alley-oop... Man, it's moments like that where I wish Zach LaVine would have been in the team. Because if Zach was going to throw a South alley-oop, I have the most faith that he'll knock it down. Torrey Craig just let me down dramatically there. And Andre Drummond. No communication in transition. And they both go for the same alley-oop. That's going to be on Shaqtin' a Fool. That play, I think. If Shaqtin' a Fool is still a thing, which I think it is, that play is going to be on it. 2 players going for the same alley-oop. That's a rarity. That's almost like when LeBron James fake blocked the Rondo layup. They both went for the same alley-oop. I don't know how to feel about this. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I really don't think I've seen that before. It's still a thing. Well, they're going to be on it. They're going to be on it. I wouldn't even be surprised if the Bulls make a Facebook post about that. Because that's rare. That is genuinely rare. To see what we just saw. But giving up easy 2 points. Let's, if we lose by 2 points, should be interesting. So, okay, Drummond got hurt on the rebound action. He's in a wheelchair. Oh. He left the locker room on a wheelchair. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's just so... I don't know how to feel. I would say let's hope it's not serious, but leaving on a wheelchair is pretty serious, and it doesn't look like there was any contact for that injury. You know how I feel about non-contact injuries. I always say they're the worst types. Well, if we don't have Andre Drummond for the rest of the season, because there's not even that much games to go, you could kiss the Atlanta game goodbye. You could kiss any game we have after that goodbye. You could kiss the rest of the games goodbye. It's not going to mean anything. I mean, the only reason we beat Atlanta is because Andre Drummond destroys them. And we can't trust Vooch on a game-by-game basis. Sometimes he plays great, sometimes he disappears. That sucks. This is the wrong time to get an injury like this. We already have 3 of them. We shouldn't be... We have 4 of them. Julian Phillips is... We still don't know his return. Brunson, that's DiVincenzo, gets the slam dunk. I'll tell you what, man. If this injury news is bad, I don't mean to be a negative Nancy here, but I kind of hope we just don't beat the Hawks. Like, I want this season to end. I can't stand all these injuries. We're gonna be walking into that game against Atlanta, known as the crippled Bulls, not Chicago Bulls. We're gonna be crippled, bro. Everybody's gonna be hurt. Kobe White's still hurt. Ayo's out of the game. Caruso's playing injured. That's just... This sucks, man. This sucks. Hopefully we could get an update over the course of halftime. That would be nice. I'll be tuning into Casey Johnson's Twitter account, or X account, whatever you want to call it, because that's probably where you're most likely going to see an update. And let's just hope it's not as bad as I'm making it out to be. But when someone leaves in a wheelchair, I mean, I don't think you could blame me for thinking the worst there. One of the worst seasons in Bulls history, injury-wise, most definitely. I can't think of an injury-riddled season like this. I know we had the whole D Rose era, but that was one guy getting injured, you know. For the most part, guys like Luol Deng, Kirk Heinrich, Joakim Noah didn't get injured every single season, or injured for the majority of seasons. This season, Lonzo Ball out, Levine out, Patrick Williams out, Julian Phillips out, potentially now Andre Drummond out. Like, long-term injuries. Torrey Craig was out for over 2 months as well. He was having an incredible season until he got injured. And now he's come back and he's kind of been iffy. Sometimes there, sometimes not there. Kobe White, with his hip injury, hasn't been the same since. A lot of injuries this season. At least we have the one consistent of DeMar DeRozan. You know, people put a lot of positivity, negativity across his way, but one thing no one can ever say about DeMar DeRozan is that his injuries are long-term and he misses all these games. I mean, how many games... Has he played every single game for the Bulls? Has DeMar DeRozan missed a game this season? Um, let's take a look. DeMar DeRozan, 76 games. All right, so 76 games. I'm assuming this one is going to be 77. They may have not counted it because the game's not finished yet. And there's 4 more games left. So that would be 81. So he might have missed 1 game somewhere. If my math is correct, or if they do count this game, it'll be 80 games, which means he's missed 1 or 2 games this season. Talk about durable. Anyway, the score is still close. Again, while I was nagging on about the injuries for Drummond and everybody else, we actually got into a pretty big deficit there, double-digit deficit. We've climbed ourselves back into the game a little bit, only down by 6. So again, there's still promise and fight in this team, and I think Vucevic has had a good stretch before this time out as well. So I want to give him credit for that because again, you know, seeing Drummond out, it breaks my heart in many ways because I really think he was the key to beating Atlanta, and I'm just thinking about the play-in tournament at the moment. But in terms of this specific game, Drummond's doing, Vucevic, is doing decent stuff. He's got 6 points already. Hopefully he can continue it. I'd like to see him get a rebound. I think he only has 1 rebound, according to what I just saw, but maybe I read it wrong. Just got to keep it up. Got to keep it up. All right. Here we go. Hartenstein to McBride. Drives. Shoots over. High arcing layup. Miss. Hartenstein gets the slam over Vucevic. Another offensive rebound for the Knicks. And Vucevic just gets absolutely dunked on there. DeRozan with the spin move. Enters the post. Over Josh Hardy shoots. Torrey Craig will get an offensive rebound and bring it back out. Someone needs to give him an option, and Kobe White does. Kobe White's just going to shoot it. Torrey Craig almost gets another offensive rebound, but that falls out of bounds, and that will be the Knicks' ball. Not a good shot from Kobe White at all. Completely unnecessary shot. There was about 7 seconds left on the shot clock. He was in the corner. I think a play could have been made in those 7 seconds, but he just chucks it up. Double teamed. Missed shot. Bogdanovic drives to the rim, and that is going to be out of bounds for New York. Interesting. Here we go. The Knicks inbound. Hartenstein has the ball. Back to McBride for 3. And that connects. A good inbound play by the Knicks gives an open 3. And they convert. DeRozan shoots over Josh Hart. No foul called. He's asking for a foul. He doesn't get it. DiVincenzo to Hart to Bogdanovic. DeRozan gets out on him. He just shoots it anyway. And that connects. Can't really blame DeRozan for that one. He bit on the pump fake. He stayed there, competed with that play. And Bogdanovic shoots it over him. And now the Bulls down by 14. Dalen Terry to Vucevic. Vucevic with the spin move. And that's an excellent spin move. And he gets the layup to go. The Knicks go on a run just like that. And the Bulls have to respond now. 7 minutes in the second quarter. Josh Hart to DiVincenzo to Hartenstein. Hartenstein waiting for a man to get open. He finds Bogdanovic. He's going to chuck up the 3. And that's a miss. A rebound to Dalen Terry. Dalen Terry looking to play a little bit aggressively. He finds DeRozan. DeRozan enters the post again. Josh Hart guarding. DeRozan this time gets to the rim and gets the layup to go. We might need a little bit more from that DeRozan. Stop settling for those jump shots and get right to the rim. Make the Knicks defense have to second guess things there. He gets the layup. A Hartenstein alley-oop. Vucevic will just hack him. So Hartenstein will go to the line. Again, when Vucevic is in trouble, he doesn't try to defend. He doesn't try to block the shot. He just hacks him. He just hacks them and hopes for the best. This is very lazy defense, to be honest, by Vucevic. Like, genuinely very lazy stuff. I really can't say anything more than that. Like, fair enough, Hartenstein gets positioned, but to just hack him like that is just lazy. But thankfully, Hartenstein misses the free throw. Now, will Sanogo get any tick? Maybe. But keep in mind, I don't think Sanogo can play in the playoffs or the play-in tournament. He's on a two-way contract. I don't think two-way contract players gets minutes in the playoffs. He might be useful for the rest of the season. You know, I could see him playing against the Pistons and the Wizards, which are our next two games. But there's nothing else that's going to come from that. We're not going to have a backup center in the play-in tournament. If Drummond's injury is bad. That's a big if. We don't know. Hopefully it's not as bad as I'm thinking. AC tries to find DeRozan in the corner. DeRozan Euro steps his way to the rim. He doesn't get the layup, but DiVincenzo gets the rebound. The Knicks up by 11. Back to DiVincenzo for 3. He shoots, gets blocked. Rebound to Javonte Green. 5:50 to go in the quarter. Bounce pass to Caruso. Vucevic. Back to AC. Finds DeRozan. DeRozan with the spin. DeRozan with the shots. And DeRozan gets fouled. That foul will be on OG Anunoby. DeRozan's trying to play a very aggressive game, but for the most part, it's not worked out well for the Bulls. He's got a couple of layups. I think he has, 4 points or something like that? He'll be going to the line here to get some well-needed free throws. DeRozan does have 4 points. So he struggled. Considering how many shots he's got in this quarter, he's most definitely struggled. But he makes the first free throw. Oh man, this team is literally falling apart. Billy Donovan having a conversation with Kobe White. By the way, I think there's an update on the Billy Donovan situation. If you guys remember, there was rumors that Billy Donovan is interested in the Kentucky job. Obviously, that's a college team, if you guys are unaware, but you guys are probably more aware than me in that regard. And it looks like he's come out and said that he likes coaching at the NBA. So there might not be an avenue in which Billy Donovan goes and takes that Kentucky job. So there you go. I mean, there was a lot of rumors out there, but rumors doesn't necessarily mean facts now, does it? We got Brunson in the post. Finds the corner. I think that's... I don't know. Is that McBride? He gets a second chance at the 3 and he misses. Alright, we've got AC trying to use that pick and roll to get Vucevic open, and it works. Vucevic gets the layup to go, and the Bulls, again, the Knicks get a run, the Bulls go on an equal run. They're on a 10-1 run in the last 2 minutes and a half, actually. Can we continue to go on this run? Brunson to DiVincenzo, and that is a turnover for the Knicks. Is it? I think it should be. Dalen Terry got a great putback, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that, but fair play to him. A great putback by Dalen Terry. Alright, it's actually going to be Knicks ball here. Inbound play to Robertson. Robertson trying to find Brunson. No one's giving him an option at the moment. DiVincenzo almost gets the ball stolen by AC. Vucevic does well enough to contest the 3, and that's a great defensive possession by the Bulls. They secure the rebounds. Kobe White with Anunoby guarding him. Kobe Maneuvers to the paint, and OG Anunoby has no choice to foul. The craftiness in Kobe White's dribble forces Anunoby to foul him, and Kobe will go to the line. That's the second on Anunoby in the quarter. I'm not sure how many in the game. Maybe it is 2 as well. It looks like Anunoby's not so happy with the call. But Kobe will go to the line. And he misses the first. We've given away some cheap ones at the line here in this quarter. Kobe misses both. Wow, a wasted possession there. Okay, Anunoby finds Hart. DiVincenzo finds Brunson. Caruso trying to play him very, very deep. Brunson trying to do his magic. Finds OG Anunoby in the corner. And OG Anunoby secures the 3. Stops the bleeding for the Knicks at the moment. Alright, we got Kobe White to Javonte Green for 3. Javonte Green misses. Dalen Terry trying to fight for the rebound. A little bit too over eager. Commits the foul. Alright. Here we go. Jalen Brunson to Josh Hart. Josh Hart to DiVincenzo. Back to Brunson. Brunson gets the high arcing layup to go. OG Anunoby commits another foul. This time just trying to apply some full court pressure. Is that number 3 on Anunoby? We could potentially see one of the Knicks' best defenders in foul trouble here just in the second quarter. Thibodeau's going to trust him out there. Kobe White. Going to shoot a tough one. Javonte Green gets the putback to go. Keeping us in the game. DiVincenzo finds the corner. Anunoby to Hart. Josh Hart with Caruso guarding. Back to Anunoby. Anunoby with the spin. Step back. Mid-range. Shoots. Misses. Kobe White with the positioning for the rebound. Can we go on another run? Again, the Knicks went on theirs. Can the Bulls respond? DeRozan, mid-range, shoots. And he scores. He's a crafty player, DeRozan. He finds his way to get his shots. That one was effective. Alright, we got Josh Hart here. 2:22 to go. Brunson with the ball. Gets to the paint, spins, shoots over Caruso, and he scores. Jalen Brunson's been phenomenal. Kobe White with the cross. Oh, Kobe White's been sneaky. And he gets the layup to go. This kind of feels like a Kobe White versus Brunson type of game. Josh Hart gets an easy run to the rim as DeRozan plays no defense whatsoever. DeRozan shoots. And OG Anunoby with his 4th foul. Bulls down by 8. A chance to bring it down to 6. And OG Anunoby is on his 4th foul. The Knicks might think about challenging this one. Let's take a look. Is this a foul on OG Anunoby? DeRozan's smart. He shoots while he knows OG Anunoby's hand is on his arm. It's a very soft foul, though. Do they consider challenging this? They changed the foul on Robertson. Wow, that's poor. Mitchell Robinson was nowhere near the play. That's, again, that must be some sort of riggery, bro. Like, no disrespect. But Mitchell Robinson was nowhere near the play. How could he commit a foul when he's literally 3-4 steps away from DeRozan? Nowhere near him. Just to take the foul off of Anunoby, that's really poor. And speaking of fouls, Caruso commits one on Brunson. No way. I have to see a replay from that because there's no way Mitchell Robinson was near the play. Did Mitchell Robinson just breathe too hard and he got a foul call? That's really bad. That is really, really bad from the refs. That's genuinely horrible. I've not seen something like that in a while. The Bulls commentators were quick to bring it up as well. That's crazy. I have to see a replay. Hi, how you doing? Let's get the Bulls. Let's win, Bulls. Let's hope we can get the win. But I'm kind of stunned by the referee call here. Brunson makes both free throws here. Brings it back to 8 points. Alright, Kobe White shifts his body into the paint. Okay, Anunoby fouls again. So he should have been on 5 fouls, man. I can't be bothered. It's definitely Anunoby this time. I mean, to be fair, Mitchell Robinson was closer to Javonte Green in that possession than the last one. But they call it on Anunoby. That should be number 4. He's going to the bench, but he should be on 5. That changes the game completely. Well, anyway, Anunoby's now on the bench. Let's see if we can capitalize. Seems great to be given opportunities like that as the largest market. I'm not going to really say anything about that. I don't know. OG fouls back to Robinson. I mean, look, I'll take both of them on foul trouble because Robinson's a heck of a defender, but like that's clear as day a foul on Anunoby. I don't know what. Again, I genuinely think Mitchell Robinson breathed too hard. he took a breath that was too hard. That's why he got fouled. He committed the foul. Anyway, the Bulls turn it over. And they're going to slow down the clock here. 35 seconds left in the second quarter. Brunson trying to cook. Kobe White guarding. Good defense. McBride is open. He shoots. He misses. Javonte Green with another rebound. And DeRozan has a chance to slow things down for the Bulls. There is 20 seconds on the game clock. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Not a lot of time difference. So DeRozan's going to look for a good shot here. DeRozan spins. Vucevic is open for 3. He shoots. And he gets nothing but net. A big 3 for the Bulls. 5 seconds left. Kobe White with a steal. Shoots and scores. What a possession. What a last 2 possessions for the Bulls. DiVincenzo is going to shoot a half-court shot. And he gets it to go. Wow. The last 3 possessions of this game was wild. That's crazy. So Vucevic starts it off with look, anytime Vucevic makes a 3, it's a big deal because the guy has been awful from the 3-point line. Kobe White gets an inbound steal and makes an incredible 3. And then DiVincenzo says, anything you can do, I can do better. Just shoots it from the logo, half court and all. And he gets one to go as well. What a crazy ending to the half. Oh my. DiVincenzo, take a bow, my friend. That is a heck of a shot. And I have the feeling that's not the first time he's done that this season. Fair play, man. That's a big shot for the Knicks. Again, we were literally within 3. The Knicks gave it to us in many ways. And then they take it right back. Bulls down by 6, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the second quarter. better than the first quarter. We're scrapping and clawing in this game. We're making it fun and competitive. I'm having a good time in this stream, to be honest. Now, I will be right back. I think I'll be a little bit longer than usual, for obvious reasons. I don't necessarily know when I'll be back into the stream. I'll try to be back before the third quarter begins, obviously, but I don't know if it's going to be 2 minutes or maybe 10 minutes. I'm not too sure. Of course, it's unique circumstances today. I hope you guys all understand. But I'll be right back. I mean, if you guys want to leave the stream and come back, that's completely up to you. I apologize. But I'll see you whenever I'm ready to come back. Just going to check on a few things. All right. I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how long that was, and I apologize for taking so long. Again, I just had to, check everything, make sure everything was all good. Things seems like things are going swimmingly at the moment, and hopefully that can continue. Now, with that being said, let's see if there's any other chats. It looks like Jordan's the only one that had a chat. I don't know when it was, but just came in to say congrats to Alec Jacoby White. I always have trouble saying that name. What an amazing accomplishment. I'm going to stick with Kobe White, but that's easier to pronounce. But yeah, congratulations. I think, what was it? It was over. I think he has. I didn't see the accomplishment, but I think it has something to do with the most threes in a season for the Bulls. I'm pretty sure that was the accomplishment he was trying to chase. So congratulations to him. I'm just going to quickly check Casey Johnson to see if there's any updates on Andre Drummond and to see, obviously, the Kobe White stuff. Surely he's tweeted about it by now. It looks like Giannis got injured in that Boston game 7 minutes ago. Giannis Antetokounmpo was down on the floor with no contact. He was headed up court and crumbled to the ground. His teammates helped him off the floor and back to the locker room. That's no good, ladies and gentlemen. Giannis Antetokounmpo down. Again, it's like the Drummond injury. There's no contact, it seems like. I hate those. Those are the worst injuries, man. They give me the shivers. Because, your body just reacted badly. It wasn't anything hitting it. It wasn't contact. It wasn't a purposeful or even an accidental injury. It's literally something in your body telling you, nah, I'm not dealing with this no more. That's literally what your body's saying. Those injuries, they give me the shivers, man. They really, really do. But anyway, what can you do? Just gotta move on. Kobe White has set a single new season franchise record with his 205th 3-point shots. Congratulations to Kobe White on that massive accomplishment for the Bulls. I'm very, very happy for him. And what makes this so good is that that's a young player. It's Zach LaVine. I think Zach LaVine was the previous record holder. And I'm sure Zach LaVine has had his time with that record. But Kobe White still has so long to go. You could definitely expect him to break that record again next season, potentially the season after that, and the season after that, and the season after that. There's a lot of seasons left for Kobe White to play, and that is a big accomplishment for him. Very, very happy for him, and hopefully he continues to break it. We still got 4 games to go. Who's to say he can't do any more? There's no update at the moment on Andre Drummond, as far as I'm aware. But yeah, hopefully there'll be some positive news for Andre Drummond. In the meantime, let's take a look at some stats here, because the game looks like it's about to start up again. So I was gone for quite a while, it seems. We got DeRozan on 10 points, 4 assists, but he's 2 from 7 from the field. All of our efficiency at the moment DeRozan's costing us in that regard big time. Javonte Green's got 6 points and 7 rebounds, close to a double-double. He's on 40% from the field, only taken 5 shots. He's been fantastic. Vucevic, 1 rebound. Still, in a half of basketball, 1 rebound from your center is not good enough. Javonte Green must be hogging the spotlight in that regard. 11 points and 1 rebound, 5 from 7 from the field. We do need to see more from Vucevic. He's got no assists either. We know what a game changer he can be when he plays well offensively, so he just needs to really get things together, if you know what I mean. We got Alex Caruso, 6 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. 2 from 4. My apologies, from the field. 2 from 2 from the 3-point line. He's been solid. Kobe White's got 14. He's been fantastic today already. 2 assists, 6 from 10 from the field, 2 from 3 from the 3-point line. Our bench has been well-rounded, in all honesty. Javon Carter's got 3, so that's 3 points for Carter. Plus 4 is 7, so 4 points for Drummond. Plus 4 again is 11. 11 points with Torrey Craig. Then 4 again, which is 15. We've got 15 points off the bench from this Bulls team. You go to the Knicks side of things, and they've only scored 6 points off the bench, but Brunson has been unbelievable as he's got 24 points already in this game. So, a lot of improvements. A lot of improvements. Drummond will not return tonight. I know that, of course. You don't just go out in a wheelchair and return, unless you're Paul Pierce. But, yeah, I'm positive he's not going to return tonight. It's more just trying to see if this is going to be seriously long-term or whether or not this is just precaution. You know, was the wheelchair just precaution and he's going to be only out for a couple days and he returns in the playing tournament? Like, what type of injury we're dealing with here? That's what I really want to know. It might take a couple days to figure it out, but hopefully it's not too bad, man. Hopefully it's not too bad. Because I'll tell you what, I truly believe this. I will say it now, and if I'm proven wrong, great, because I love to be proven wrong. If Andre Drummond does not play against the Atlanta Hawks, I believe in my heart of hearts, unless Atlanta absolutely crumble and choke under the pressure, we will not beat the Atlanta Hawks. I'm going to say it right now. Because Drummond, in my opinion, is the key to beating Atlanta. He is the key to stopping everything that they like to do. He's the better pick and roll defender. He's the better shot blocker. He's the better rebounder. We have to play physical because Atlanta doesn't always play big ball. He's the key. We've seen it already. He's dominated Atlanta in every single game we played, win or lose. He's been the guy that plays the best against them. We lose that player, you're going to have to hope Atlanta just crumble and just give up. And to be fair, Atlanta have more experience in the play-in tournament and in the playoffs than this current Bulls team. So if anyone is going to be choking, it's us. That's the issue. Yeah, so I don't know. Like, it's just, it's annoying. All of it's annoying, man. All of it's annoying. Like, I just don't see it. I'll be doing a watch-along for it. I think the game's on a Thursday morning for me. And that will be a Wednesday afternoon or night game for you guys. Which will be, you know, right out there in the open. I'll be happy to do a live stream on that one, of course. But yeah, there's a lot on the line here. With Drummond being out. Casey Johnson is speaking to the camera here. I don't know what he's saying, so let's put the earphones in and see what he's saying. It doesn't seem like there's much of an update. He's kind of just said, if we beat the Hawks, we could be versing the Pacers, and they play a big lineup as well, which, of course, is all going to suck now, won't it? Okay. We still got a job to do, ladies and gentlemen. The third quarter's begun. Speaking of Pierce, I hope Drummond didn't have an accident like he did, only making it worse when sitting. I'm not sure. I'm sure there'll be a story to tell if that was the case. So, as far as I'm aware, Josh Hart just got his headband ripped by Vucevic. Well, the headband's back on. 6-point game here to start the third. Hartenstein tries to go back to Brunson. Brunson enters that pick and roll. Vucevic guarding him now. Tries to shoot over him. High off the glass and in. Brunson continues the hot streak already. He's got 24 points. I think 26 points. And 5 assists. Kobe White bounce past the Vucevic mid-range, and that's a miss. Javonte Green fighting for the board, and he secures it. Goes up, misses the layup, and he can't secure his own miss again. Rebound to the Knicks. Josh Hart. Bounce past to DiVincenzo. Caruso gets beat off the dribble, and Hartenstein gets the dunk. A slow start defensively for the Bulls as it extends to double figures. Caruso getting beat off the dribble quite a couple of times today. Kobe. He's got Hartenstein on him. He finds Vucevic in the post. Good move. And Vucevic with the easy finish. Keep in mind, OG Anunoby is in this game, ladies and gentlemen. So a potential to get his 5th foul is not too far away. Again, can change the game here. Brunson bounce past the Hartenstein to DiVincenzo to OG Anunoby for 3. And he gets it to go. Again, the Knicks doing a good job making the Bulls defense scramble and try to pick who to guard. And OG Anunoby will get the big shot because of that. Kobe White takes a shot, and that's a bad one, and he misses badly as well. Josh Hart drives to the rim. DiVincenzo open for 3. And the Knicks have absolutely started this quarter on the hottest of streaks you could ask for. Timeout by Chicago. Bulls down by 14 points. We have yet to score in the quarter, and the Knicks, at least it's felt like they've scored everything. And to be fair, they've broken us apart. It's 4-on-5 action. It's dive cuts. It's finding the open man. The passing's been there. It's not been one guy doing all the work. They have absolutely outplayed us team basketball-wise in this quarter. And that's got them a big lead now. The only positive I can say about this game is that the Bulls have fought back from runs. We've seen runs happen. We've responded to runs. That's a run. That might have been the best run of the game thus far. Can the Bulls respond and counteract that run with a run of their own? Should be interesting, to say the least. Also, guys, I believe, looking at the like goal here as we enter the third quarter, we are 2 likes away from the double-digit like goal. Now, of course, the reason why we ask for the double-digit like goal is simply because with about 5 to 10 people joining the stream, every now and then, an average of those amounts, getting to double figures means that those people that are coming in, sticking in, or maybe leaving for a little bit and coming back, whatever the case may be, you're all enjoying the stream. And that's obviously the goal. I want to make a stream, a watch-along, entertaining, something that's worth watching, something that you guys enjoy, and a like goal being there kind of makes me believe that I'm doing a good job, and that's all I could really do at this point in time. So, if you are enjoying the stream, please feel free to like it. We're only 2 likes away. If you are new, I've seen some new people in here, some Knicks fans and stuff of that nature, even some people that don't often come in here. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. Again, I appreciate you all nonetheless. And yeah, hopefully the second half we can respond to how badly we've started to it. We got Brian in the chat here saying this is Toy Craig's fault. I'm sure it is. It's the whole team's fault. Caruso got beat off the dribble twice in that run, and that led to open dunks and open layups and open threes. The scramble as well. Again, just a lot of really bad defense to start this quarter. What can you do? Dante DiVincenzo has made 273 threes. Kobe White's only made 205 this season. I mean, think of how many threes the Bulls give up sometimes, man. It's crazy. Anyway, Kobe White to Javonte Green. Javonte Green wants to drive over OG Anunoby. Misses the underhand layup. Rebound to OG Anunoby as well. And now we've got Javonte Green trying to guard Jalen Brunson. Brunson's trying to source him up. A crossover. Gets past him. Caruso with the help. And it's too little too late as there's an and one called. And Brunson continues to put the pressure on. He's yet to miss in the quarter, it feels like. And he's leading this Knicks team to a big lead here. Again, Javonte Green commits. He just commits to the foul. He's reaching in. He's heckling. And again, Brunson is smart enough to understand that, and he initiates the contact again. He's the one that's initiating that contact to call the foul. But Javonte Green is giving him the reasons to do it. Heckling and reaching and having the pressure on his back. He's got a lot of shots because of that, and he converts the and one. The Bulls are in jeopardy to fall to 20 point deficit here. DeRozan, there's an and one for us. Hartenstein commits the foul. DeRozan takes a tough layup over the big man. We needed that one, ladies and gentlemen. DeRozan giving us a timely bucket. And DeRozan misses the free throw. Timely bucket, but a very untimely miss. From the line. Brunson shoots a three. That one misses. Again, Caruso goes underneath the screen there. But thankfully, we get bailed out there. Kobe White to Vucevic open for three. He shoots. And he scores the three. Two big shots for the Bulls. As we try to fight back once more. The Knicks are managing this game very well. Very similar to Orlando. Every time the Bulls respond, the Knicks respond. But all it takes is one unanswered run. OG Anunoby tries to score. He misses the layup. Vucevic secures the rebound. Caruso. Trying to find Vooch. Vooch. Nice underhand layup. Getting away from the defender. The Bulls get back to 10 points and it's a timeout for New York. Again, the Bulls are responding to the run. Siri wants to answer some questions for me apparently. We need to tell Siri that the Bulls need to come back. We have no time to ask questions for Siri. A big couple of possessions there. Since we didn't get a chance to do it as well, I do want to take a look at what's happening around the league. I want to take a look at what Atlanta's doing. I want to take a look at just the league in general. Again, not many games to go. Every team fighting for position. Every game matters. So let's take a look at what's happening here. The Nuggets are destroying the Utah Jazz. Not surprised. Utah, one of the worst defenses in the league. The Nuggets are a fantastic offensive team. No surprises there. We've got the Pacers beating the Raptors. 140. The Pacers have 140 points. Surely that's an overtime or something. That's insane. Philly, with the return of Joel Embiid, I believe, is beating the Pistons. The Mavericks beat the Hornets. Luka with another MVP caliber play in that game. The Hawks are playing Miami right now, ladies and gentlemen. And Miami are up by 3. So let's hope Miami can do us a solid here and secure a victory over a game Atlanta Hawks, it seems. Boston and Milwaukee are in a fairly close game, but it might be too little too late for the Celtics to come back in this one. So Boston are probably going to lose another game. The Kings are beating the Thunder by 12, and that's with a lot of time left. The Spurs are they're beating the Memphis Grizzlies by double figures though, 10 points. The Magic are losing to the Rockets. Seems like the Rockets are performing really well towards the end of the season. The Wizards are beating the Timberwolves, 75-69. That's an interesting run for the Wizards. Again, we've got them soon. If they're going to have that type of momentum, it could be game over for the Bulls when we play them. And obviously the Nuggets and the Jazz is in the first quarter. So there we go. And now let's take a look at the Atlanta Hawks last couple of games. When was the last time we checked? So Atlanta's down by 1 now against the Heat. They must have scored a 2. And their last game was against the Nuggets. We actually... we've actually had that... We've already talked about that game. That's what I'm trying to say. They've got the Hornets after this in a back-to-back. Then the Timberwolves and then the Pacers. They've got a tough ride home. We got the Pistons and the Wizards. Put it this way. We beat the Wizards and the Pistons. The 9th seed is ours. We lose and choke one of those games. The door's right open for Atlanta to swoop in. And if they beat the Heat today and we lose to the Knicks... Too close to comfort, I guess you could say. It's going to be a tight finish. Anyway, Bulls down by 12. The Knicks respond to our run with a 2-pointer there. DeRozan gets the mid-range to go. And it's back to 10. Okay. Anunoby wants the drive. Vucevic with the help. Hartenstein jump hook, and that connects. Vucevic with the help defense. No one helps the helper. DeRozan hits another mid-range. Hartenstein again to now Bronson. Brunson, nice quick first step. Finds Josh Hart open for three, then Anunoby. Anunoby drives to the rim. He secures a layup. The Bulls not closing out properly on the three-point line allows for a nice and easy drive to the rim for OG Anunoby. Kobe White finds Vucevic on the bounce pass. Back to Kobe. Kobe with another bounce pass to AC. AC misses the three. Rebound to Josh Hart. And now Josh Hart is bringing the ball up and they find Bronson. Caruso trying to guard him. They enter the pick and roll. DiVincenzo moves for a three. Misses. Rebound to Nikola Vucevic. DeRozan has been trying to take over. Vucevic to Kobe. Kobe sidesteps to AC. AC for three. He gets it to go. Big shot for Alex Caruso. Game down to 9 points. Come on, we need some defense. We need some stops. Brunson with Kobe White guarding him. Two young upcoming point guards. Josh Hart to DiVincenzo, back to Hart. Hart to Anunoby. Again, a lot of scrambling happening right now, but we get a stop. Rebound to DeRozan. Kobe White is going to take a deep three. Not the best shot, but the Bulls can salvage the possession with an offensive rebound, and we do. Kobe goes right to the rim now, and he responds with a layup. Tom Thibodeau would be fuming with that possession. An offensive rebound to the Bulls, and Kobe White beats DiVincenzo well off the dribble and gets the easiest of layups you could ask for. And that's a timeout. Bulls down by 7. I don't feel confident against the Wizards and Detroit. I think I'm more worried about Detroit. I'll be honest, I'm more worried about the Wizards. The Wizards, they, when we last faced them, they were on a 10-game winning... Not 10 game, that's really bad. It's 3. They were on a 3-game winning streak. And they are currently beating the top-seeded Western Conference Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm definitely more worried about the Wizards than the Pistons. But the Pistons have our number as well. They've beaten us twice this season. But let's take a look at the Pistons' last couple of games, do some scouting, why don't we? So right now they have 13 wins. The Hawks beat them recently. The Grizzlies beat them. The Nets beat them. The 76ers beat them. Their last win, funnily enough, was against the Wizards. That was the 30th of March. Timberwolves, Knicks, Pelicans, Pacers, Celtics again, Miami, Heat, beat them twice. I mean, I don't know. I would say, based on the scouting, I think they're both problems because the Pistons play a big man lineup and I think they try to take advantage of mismatches out there that the Bulls would definitely give them. But the Wizards are playing better and I think are the better team overall. We can't ignore the fact that they are beating the Minnesota Timberwolves. Even if they lose the game, they were up by a pretty big amount. So that's not something to take lightly. Again, we got 4 games left after this one. We have a chance to lose all 4. I would go on a limb here and say we have a chance to win all... Actually, no, it's 3 games, is it not? Pistons, Wizards, and Knicks. Those are the last 3 games of our season. So we have a chance to lose all 3. We have a chance to win all 3. There's chances everywhere at the moment. We just got to hope that the Heat do their job and beat the Hawks. We need that. We need that more than anything. So I need to keep my eye on that game right now. Let's check the score for that one. Resets. The Heat are up by 4 with 4 minutes to go. 5 minutes to go. Let's hope the Heat pull through. Welcome back. Finally, there's a KFC. Every single stream, it's Popeyes. We finally got the KFC fried chicken. I would have no idea which one's better because there's no Popeyes in Australia. But, you know, it's nice to have a change every now and then. Always nice to have a change. Popeyes is still the best, though. If they get a Popeyes in Australia, you could bet your top dollar I'll be trying to go and find it, and I'll be there. I'll be in the line no matter what. KFC charged me 90 cents for extra honey barbecue sauce. I need to stage a protest for that. Again, it's up to you. Prefer KFC. Popeyes is decent. Wouldn't have a clue. I know KFC. I like KFC. KFC's pretty good. Good stuff. Yeah. Especially when it's fresh. When it's made fresh, good stuff. But I have no idea about Popeyes. I've never been to one. Maybe if I go to America in my lifetime, we could go to Popeyes, you know. Get some fried chicken. But until then, have to wait for it to come here. And plus, the quality difference will be much different in every country, to be honest. You know, not every KFC... If you look at the KFC menu in Australia, you'd be stunned at some of the things that we're missing. Like, apparently a big thing in America for KFC, they have mac and cheese. And they have cookies. But we don't have that in Australia. If we do, it's definitely not on their big menu when you go there. Like, I would love some mac and cheese with my chicken, bro. But Australia ain't doing that. KFC has less flavor. You should come to America and stay with me in the hood. I appreciate the invite. If I stay in America, I would probably... I don't know. I definitely ain't living in America. I like where I am. I'll probably come and visit just to watch a Bulls game. That would be the plan. I'm not a big nightlife person, so I know that Chicago has great nightlife. But that wouldn't really interest me. I'd literally just come, maybe, you know, go to the city in the middle of the day, and then go watch a Bulls game at night. That's probably what I would do. You can crash in my crib next to homie Lil Ricky and my, I can't read that. What does that say? My dog. My dog, Big Dong. Okay. Again, I appreciate the offer. I might humbly decline the offer, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Anyway, third quarter time, 94-88. The Bulls have brought themselves back into the game again. A game of runs. Another missed opportunity for the Knicks. The Bulls in transition. Kobe White secures the ball. Really bad passing as we're stumbling here. And the Knicks get the steal. Two bad passes. And a bad pass. Anunoby can't pick it up, but he does and he scores. That's frustrating for the Bulls. Timeout by Billy Donovan. Two really bad passes in that transition play that gets the Knicks back on the defense and gets the steal. You have to wonder how costly a play like that truly is. Shocking. We can hit those clubs, make it rain, hook up with those baddies, and get you turns. I have no idea what any of that means. I do know what that means. But again, that's not going to happen. I'm not interested in the nightlife. I'm not interested in clubbing and, you know, all these other things, gambling, stuff like that. That's just not my peak interests. But again, I appreciate the offer. The Bulls do not make the game simple for themselves. I mean, again, that was a simple transition play. And we just fumbled it, you know? We fumbled it big time, but we're still in the game. We just have to keep on hustling out there and hope that the Knicks give us an unanswered run, you know? Like, we go on a run and the Knicks don't answer. That's the best we can ask for right now. Who do you want to be the next Bulls coach? I hope we can get Steve Kerr. Doubtful that Steve Kerr is going to come to the Bulls, to be honest. I mean, I know he has history here, so it'd be lovely to see. But I think the Warriors are going to keep him for as long as possible. He's kind of in that Greg Popovich era of his coaching. You know, I doubt they're going to get rid of him unless he wants to leave himself. And I don't see Billy Donovan leaving. He's addressed these rumors about the Kentucky job and said he likes coaching in the NBA, basically shutting down those rumors. So he's probably not going to leave. So I feel like it's an irrelevant question, to be honest. But I kind of want... Adama Sanogo's in the game, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys were unaware. So it's good to see that we're giving the youngster and a bigger body a chance to play. But again, he will not be available for the playoffs. So use him while you can. I kind of want an Eric Spoelstra type of coach where it's someone that's, you know, relatively unknown, but brings his own style, brings his own game, brings his own unique ideas, and revolutionizes the Bulls game. I think we need a coach that can modernize our game. You know, we don't need a coach that doesn't necessarily change anything. We need a coach that can modernize our game and bring it to the next level. Bring it to a level where teams are copying us. You know the one thing I could say about Fred Hoiberg, right? Fred Hoiberg didn't have a great team around when he was the head coach, and we got a lot of players that did not fit his style of play. But I will never forget the interview where Steve Kerr said he stole plays from Fred Hoiberg because they were so good. And Fred Hoiberg, whether you like it or not, did change the way that we played. We went for a more three-point orientated style of play. We went for the 5-out systems. We went for the ball movement and stuff like that. It just didn't work, and that's why he got removed as the head coach. But I want that type of head coach that will get time to implement his game plan, modernize the Bulls and how they play, because right now we're playing a very old-fashioned game, and do it well. I don't know who that coach is, but that's the coach that I want. Bud Budenholzer. I don't know. Never forget how Milwaukee fired Bud after his brother died. I didn't know that. Again, I don't keep up with a lot of other teams. I did not know that. That's not a very nice thing to do. Maybe Kyle Korver. Is Kyle Korver coaching? Can someone let me know? I don't know what's up with Kyle Korver, but you know, if he's actively coaching, sure. But if you're just saying we need someone that's retired that can shoot the three to coach, then that's going to be an issue because it's not as simple as that. How about Stacey King? Stacey King would not be a good coach. I think if you bring in Stacey King, you're going to see a lot of old school basketball still. I don't think much change it, and plus it's not realistic. Stacey King is a commentator. So yeah, there's a difference. Stacey King can understand plays. You've seen it every time. You know, he can understand plays. He can do, you know, he can call out when something's wrong and stuff like that. But in terms of actively coaching, keeping players happy, giving players the right minutes, changing stuff when things go wrong, you don't trust Stacey King with that because he's never coached. Has Stacey King had a coaching job before? That's the question I would ask. If he hasn't, then I would not bring him in because he has to have some experience It's like me being the head coach. I know Stacey King is much more experienced, a heck of a basketball player, and better than me in almost every way on the basketball court. But it would be very similar. Like if I'm calling out plays left, right, and center. Like I can tell you sometimes when the Bulls defense go wrong. Does that make me head coach worthy? No. So yeah, that's kind of how I would react to Stacey King. Of all the respect for him, heck of a commentator, was a solid bench player for the Bulls, won championships for our team, understands the heart and what it means to be a Chicago Bulls player more than anybody that I've seen. That's still here. He's still here in Chicago. So again, all the respect in the world for him. I love his passion for the Bulls. He's just not a head coach. If he had experience, if he went to coach in college, if he got his coaching badges, and he brought a unique style, then sure. But until then, I'd have to say no. Kyle Korver's the GM of the Hawks, along with Landry Fields. Interesting. So Kyle Korver's not a coach then; he's a GM. So I'd say no to Kyle Korver as well. We need to have a coach. And you also got to keep in mind, just because you're a really successful player at the NBA level doesn't mean you'll be a good coach. And vice versa. Just because you're a bad player, basketball player, doesn't mean you won't be a good coach. Because you might know all the rules, all the tactics, but you just can't execute them because you don't, for whatever reason, have the talent to do so. But you'll be coaching players that will. So yeah, I would say no to Kyle Korver. He has to be a coach. I think one day, that if there's anyone that's coming out of the NBA now, retiring, that would be a head coach, Rajon Rondo would be a good NBA head coach. I think he's got a bit of a temper, which he'd have to control. But I think Rondo could bring some good things to an NBA team as a head coach. But of course, he's just retired. I don't know if he's thinking about stuff like that. But he would definitely need to, again, work on getting those coaching badges and getting some experience. But that could be an interesting shout for the future. But again, that's way into the future. That's not going to be tomorrow or anything. That's probably going to be 5-6 years down the line if he's going to be a head coach. So yeah, that'd be interesting. Stacey King would just shout nonsense like, give me the hot sauce and I want to go higher, and leave the players confused. Again, his passion is what draws him to Bulls fans. So, he'd definitely be a passionate head coach, and I think players would want to play for him, but I just don't think he would be a proper coach. I think we kind of need a proper coach at this point. It's good to have passion, but, we need someone that's going to change his team from the inside out. How about offering the job to Scottie Pippen so that brother can catch a break? The way that he talks about basketball, I would be very reluctant to give him the job. Very reluctant. Again, former player, great. A legend of the Bulls, great. But I'd be reluctant for sure. How about Steve Nash? The problem with Steve Nash, I think Steve Nash could be a good head coach for a team, but his last job with the Nets, it doesn't bring a good look to him, if you know what I mean. I'll give you an example. Usually when you have guys like Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and everybody else on that team saying, they didn't trust his coaching style, then you go out and you have Steve Nash say in public that those players didn't listen to him, surely that draws some concern. I think the best way to implement a Steve Nash as a head coach is if the Bulls rebuild, give Steve Nash the opportunity to coach a young team, eager to learn, is going to show all the respect in the world to a Hall of Famer, and see what type of coach he can be from there. I would say the best job for Steve Nash is probably the Wizards' job, to be honest. The Wizards' job, maybe a team like the Spurs, not the Spurs because they got Greg Popovich, but a rebuilding team, I think, would be better to go and get Steve Nash. Because they're not going to have players that don't listen to him. They're not going to disrespect him like that. When you've got Kevin Durant on a team, Steve Nash is the Hall of Famer, but Kevin Durant is one of the best scorers of this generation. And players like that are going to have an ego, whether they admit it or not. They could not listen to a head coach, and therefore the head coach will take the brunt of the responsibility and will get fired from that. So a young team that's eager to learn won't have the ego to not listen to him, would be the better direction. So if the Bulls say, I want to get rid of DeRozan, I want to get rid of Vucevic, I want to go younger, I want to get draft picks, I want to rebuild, I want a younger generation of players to step up, I would consider Steve Nash. I would. But until then, with this current team, no, I don't want Steve Nash. Because I don't want DeRozan to not listen to Steve Nash, and then Steve Nash go out to the media and say, "Hey, no one listened to me again." I don't want that. You know what I mean? Sorry to go on a tangent, but again, interesting stuff. Anyway, we've got 9 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Bulls still down by 6. Fourth quarter time, by the way, guys. So if you guys are enjoying the stream, we are now in the fourth quarter. We're in crunch time. We've got Adama Sanogo out there. Who would have thought we'd see the day Adama Sanogo gets some NBA minutes, and some meaningful ones at that, to start the fourth quarter. So if you guys have entered the stream, fourth quarter time, and you're enjoying it, once again, feel free to like the stream as we can try to get to the double-digit like goal. Let's quickly check it. We have 10 likes, so we've hit it. So thank you very much for that. I always appreciate it. And feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. That would be greatly appreciated as well. Always happy to see new people come into the stream. In your opinion, what's the perfect romantic weekend getaway? What type of romantic getaway are you talking? Are you talking about taking a trip out of the country? Or you're talking about, you know, just a nice little weekends chilling in Chicago? Like, if you're talking about going to a specific place, I would say go overseas. Go to Greece. Go to Italy. Go to France. Get a nice hotel. Have some time in a swimming pool. Go and sightsee. Go to restaurants that people recommend. But that's going to cost. And in this day and age, with the money that everything costs, honestly, find a girl that won't mind going to Macca's. That's what I would say. Everything costs, ladies and gentlemen. Everything costs. If you can find a girl that can enjoy a good time at Macca's, I would not throw that away. Put it that way. Anyway, we got Jalen Brunson. 8 minutes to go. Bulls still down by 6. OG Anunoby misses the 3 and Kobe White secures the rebound. A bucket here can get us closer than we've been in a while. Kobe to Caruso. Vucevic beats Hartenstein off the dribble and gets the layup to go. We are down by 5, ladies and gentlemen. Down by 4, actually. 24 points for Vucevic. He's been highly efficient in this game. A massive difference maker. He stepped up like we wanted him to. Hartenstein finds Anunoby for the slam. It's back to 6. I don't like to travel because I'm afraid of COVID. Well, I would say, again, if the nightlife is so good in Chicago, find a nice restaurant in Chicago. Find a nice hotel to stay in, you know, a resort type of place. Since it's cold in Chicago, maybe go skiing or ice skating or something like that. Make use of the weather. But, you know, it's going to be the same for different people, you know. Not every girl's going to like the same things. Brunson hits a big 3. And he taunts to the bench, and that's a timeout. The Bulls go down by 9. So I would say, you know, depending on the person you're talking to, maybe ask them what you think. What they think a romantic getaway is. And then work from there. But I don't know why I'm giving relationship advice out here. Like, what business do I have giving relationship advice right now? You know what I mean? And it's a timeout by the Bulls, if you guys didn't know, if I didn't say it. Timeout Chicago. Down by 9 once more. Again, you look at the Orlando Magic game, and the Bulls just continue to, respond and respond and respond, but the Magic managed that game to perfection. I can find some very big similarities to the Magic and the Knicks at this point in time. Every time the Bulls go on a run, get to 9, get to 6, get to 4, and you feel there's something there for the Bulls. There's a comeback ready to happen. The Knicks respond. This is what good teams do. We should be taking notes about this. Take notes, write them down, study, analyze these teams and how they manage games. Because we're going to need to learn how to do that because we don't manage games. So yeah. Let's take a look. I think Jimmy asked what's the score. Right now, for the Heat and the Hawks, the Hawks are up by 1. It's 105 to 104 at the moment. They did go to overtime. I think the overtime score was 101 to 101. Now it's 105 to 104. Aiden equals the love doctor. You're the love guru, Aiden. Everybody comes to you for that stuff. I'll take it, I guess. I mean, Not everybody thinks the way that I do, and vice versa. Some people won't like the things I had to say, you know what I mean? I bet Aiden had all those Australian baddies on speed dial. Nope, not for me. I'm a one-woman type of guy. We don't have no baddies on speed dial. I barely have anybody's phone number. To be honest, half the time I forget my own phone number. So, I'm just here, just for not for myself, but I'm here having a good time. Just trying to watch some sports, enjoy my life. DeRozan to Green. Back to DeRozan. 6:45 to go. The Bulls might have to go on another one of those runs. Kobe White, with 4 seconds left, drives to the rim, gets blocked by Hartenstein, and that was a big block. But I think there's a foul called in between there. Let's put these earphones in. Hartenstein definitely had a clean block there, but something else might have been there. Let's take a look. Kobe White tries to do a Kyrie-esque type of layup. Hartenstein gets the block. Javonte Green gets the rebound, tries to throw it up. I think the foul might be on Josh Hart. Green misses the layup. Oh, misses the free throw, sorry. That's his first free throw miss. Ugh. And Green makes the second. Alright, we got Josh Hart trying to bring the ball up. Back to Josh Hart, mid-range. And he gets it to go. Nothing but net for Josh Hart. Vucevic tries to go for the layup and the ball gets stripped. Rebound to OG Anunoby. Bulls down by 10 and things are looking bleak here with 5:55 to go. We need that run. Brunson looking to put the dagger in Bulls fans' hearts. Sidestep 3, Kobe contests. And he makes it. And he's pointing to the Bulls fans. This is not the same Knicks team we saw a couple of days ago. They are out here to ball. DeRozan gets the layup to go. Bulls down by 11. But Brunson with 40 points and 8 assists. And he has absolutely killed us in this game. Again, daggers upon daggers here. Will Brunson try to do it again? Double team. They find Hartenstein, and open is McBride for 3. Missed. Rebound Javonte Green. AC to Vucevic. Back to AC. The ball is going to try to find DeMar, and it does. DeMar DeRozan gets the ball stripped by Hartenstein, and it's going to be Bulls ball. Hartenstein's demanding a challenge. And Hartenstein's going to get his wish. The Knicks are going to challenge this out-of-bounds call. He's pointing to his head like this. He must be certain that ball did not go out of bounds by him. So there's a big challenge coming up here. The Bulls need the possession and need the bucket. And he's absolutely right. That's off DeMar. That is absolutely right. Wow. This challenge should not take long. Kobe White doesn't have enough explosion to try stuff like that. Look, he almost got it. It was just blocked. The help defense was strong for the Knicks there. It's not like he didn't have the explosion. He was going to get it. He just got blocked. You know, I'm sure it's happened to Kyrie in the past as well. Looks like the Bulls lose again. We're getting to that point now, aren't we? What are we now? 4 minutes to go. By the way, guys, Atlanta and the Heat are going to double overtime. Atlanta just won't give up on the game. They're going to double OT, ladies and gentlemen. We need Atlanta to lose, especially if we're losing to the Knicks today. We need Atlanta to lose to the Heat, because they've got a tougher schedule coming up. We've got the Pistons and the Wizards next. 2 winnable games. They've got the Timberwolves coming up soon. So we need them with every fiber of our being to lose that game to the Miami Heat. If there's any favors Miami could do for us in this game, it starts right now. We need Miami to pull up and show out in double overtime. Keep in mind, I believe this is an Atlanta home game. So everything's going to be on their side heading into double OT. But, as well, I think they've got not Minnesota. They've got Charlotte next. And they have a back-to-back against Charlotte. Just saying. They could definitely wear themselves out trying to beat the Heat and lose to Charlotte. I think that's a possibility. Or they could wear themselves out losing to the Heat and losing to Charlotte. Then it's pretty much in our hands if that happens, as long as we can take care of business on our side of things. So yeah, a lot on the line here. I'm assuming this stream will be done before the Atlanta game comes to an end. So, you know, you might have to search it up yourselves the next time around. So wait and see. Alright, so that should be a successful challenge. It's Knicks ball. And because of the successful challenge, the Knicks will get one more of it as well. So that was a great possession for the Knicks there. And now if they score again, you could kiss the game goodbye. 4:40 to go. Brunson trying to abuse the pick and roll with Josh Hart. Shoots a tough layup and he scores it. 42 points for Jalen Brunson. We could not stop him to save our lives. DeMar to Vucevic. Vucevic in the mid-range. Shoots and scores. Vucevic has had an outstanding game, but it just hasn't been enough to overcome the 40-piece that Brunson has given us. With 4 minutes to go, he's still on track to get the 50-piece. He's going to shoot a deep three. But an offensive foul by DiVincenzo. Take the three away. DiVincenzo commits the foul. That's the right call. Again, that's absolutely a moving screen. I think there's a timeout being called, but I don't think it's because of a challenge. He's going to challenge it. There's no way that gets overturned. To be fair, I don't blame Tom Thibodeau for calling the challenge, because if that three goes in, the game's over. Bulls down by 11 with 4 minutes to go. If they go down by 14 points with 4 minutes to go, the game is pretty much over. It's smooth sailings from there on in for the Knicks. So I completely understand the call being challenged. I just can't see it being overturned. You know what I mean? We'll have to wait and see. Time's gonna tell. That looked like a moving screen. It looks like he got shoved a little bit as well. Stacey King's not having a good time with this current situation. He's ranting a little bit. Alright, let's see if that Atlanta game is restarted here. It's still 107 to 107. Alright, the refs are talking it over. These refs just won't come to a decision. Alright, challenge unsuccessful essentially, ladies and gentlemen. Bulls ball. The three doesn't count. Take the three away. Bulls still down by 11. Still time to go as well. It will have to take a lot for the Bulls to win this one. It is looking like it's going to head to a Bulls loss. But if we were down by 14, that three means everything right now. Bulls going down by 14 is a big deficit with this amount of time left. DeRozan needs to score and needs to do it now. Crossover. And he gets the layup. A quick score for DeRozan. And now the stops need to keep coming. Brunson can't get another score. Alright. Javonte Green now trying to guard Brunson. A double team is shown. And the bounce pass is unsuccessful, but a kick violation for Caruso. 3:29 to go. The Knicks could be looking to just waste as much clock as possible. Won't rush into anything here. Alright, Hartenstein with the ball. DiVincenzo trying to counteract it. Turns it over. Good defensive possession by the Bulls. We're knocking on the door right now. Will the door open or will it slam in our face? The Heat, 111 to 107. They've gone on a big run in the second overtime. With 1 minute 13 to remaining, the Heat will be most likely, hopefully, beating the Atlanta Hawks. That's a big result for the Bulls, especially in this loss to the Knicks that we could be facing very soon. As the Bulls do not score, and the ball actually hits DeRozan out of bounds. So that's going to go to the Knicks. But the Bulls get a steal. Kobe White gets the layup. We didn't see how we got the steal, but we saw Kobe White execute. 112 to 119. Bulls only down by 7 here. Again, very achievable. A 6-0 run. The run's coming at the most perfect time. Caruso's asking for a challenge. But we're not going to use it. Caruso was asking for one. Hard side to DiVincenzo, to OG Anunoby, to Bronson. Bronson has been key. Someone needs to throw a double team his way. He's in the post. He shoots a fadeaway. He misses. Josh Hart gets the rebound and they're going to take it back out. Caruso's going to foul him. Josh Hart has a double-double. That's really poor. Javonte Green, Caruso, Vucevic, all in the vicinity. Not one person knows how to box out on this team. And Josh Hart just swoops in for a rebound. Thankfully, that foul's on the floor. So it's not going to necessarily result in free throws and more points. Brunson for 3. Missed. Rebound DeRozan. 2:30 left. DeRozan needs to score quickly. Loses the ball. And that should be free throws for the Knicks as DeRozan tries to recover the ball and slams right into DiVincenzo. He's down. Gets hit in the face. But he's the one that initiates that contact. So DiVincenzo should be going to the line here. Alright, let's get some... let's get a stop. It's now or never. Josh Hart fakes the 3, spins, tries to shoot the mid-range. Bronson open again. I mean, we do it to ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. The one person you cannot give space on the court to is the guy that gets the most space on that possession. Jalen Brunson hits the 3, and the game is going to be over, ladies and gentlemen. The Bulls are going to shoot a 3. DeRozan will miss. Green to Kobe in the corner. Kobe's going to miss. Rebound Knicks. The game is going to be over, ladies and gentlemen. Down double figures. You can kiss it goodbye. And we did it to ourselves. The one possession you should not be giving Jalen Brunson any space to breathe, let alone catch a ball. And he knocks us down and makes us pay. He's close to 50 points, ladies and gentlemen. DeRozan trying to do something in transition. Drives to the rim, and there's a foul on DiVincenzo. 1:15 to go. All the Knicks need to really do now is to not turn the ball over, and waste the shot clock. If they could do that, they're headed to a big victory here. Again, they are fighting for home court advantage in the playoffs. The Bulls are fighting for the 9th-seeded position in the play-in tournament. So both teams have something to fight for, and it looks like the Bulls are going to walk away on the worst side today. We beat them the second time. We've now lost the 3rd time. I'm so sad to see the Bulls suck. It's sad. If Billy Donovan leaves, I hope the next coach isn't afraid to use their challenges. To be fair, the assistant head coaches were the reason why Billy didn't use the challenge. They were the ones that were telling him no. 115 to 109 is the score right now between the Hawks and the Heat. The Heat are winning. They scored 8 points in this second overtime, and they are on the verge of winning. So that makes this loss a little bit easier to bear. Still not completely easy, because a win would have been much better. But it makes it easier to bear, knowing that Atlanta lost to Denver, lost their last 3 games, I believe, and going to lose to the Heat as well. So it is what it is. But I'll tell you this much. What's our record right now? Where's the Bulls' record? Is it a fact that we're going to have a worse record than last season now? Let's take a look. Chicago Bulls. 37-41. So it's not impossible. So essentially, since we're going to lose this game and go 37-42, if the Bulls go undefeated the rest of the way, we're going to have the same record. Put it this way, 500 is done. We're not getting 500 no more. But if we win the next 3 games, we will have the same record as we did last season, 40-42. But if we lose any of our next 3 games, we might finish the 9th seed, but we will have a worse record than last season. And last season we finished 10th. So not only does that make the Bulls worse, that makes the rest of the Eastern Conference worse as well. So there you go. For sure, worst record, got to get the higher draft pick. That doesn't necessarily matter. Doesn't matter. The rest of the league got worse. The Wizards, the Pistons, the Raptors got worse. The Brooklyn Nets got worse. The Spurs got worse. Memphis got a lot of teams out here in this season got worse. We could potentially have a worse record than last season, but finish in a high standing. It's not going to mean much. It's not going to mean anything. DeRozan gets the layup to go with a minute left. 122-115. We will get some draft picks. We're going to have to make some trades. We have our own draft pick, but we don't have another draft pick after that. It's just our own. If you want multiple draft picks this draft, you need to trade guys like Levine, maybe Caruso. You have to trade for them. They're not going to just magically appear in our lap. You have to make a big deal to get multiple draft picks this draft class. And to be honest, this is not the right draft class to be trading into, in all honesty. A blocking foul called, and the Knicks are in the penalty. Kobe White tried to fake it and sell it, and the refs caught on to that very quickly. It's time to make this team better. AK, do something for a change. Can't do much now. Have to wait till the off-season. Put it this way. We could very much be seeing in a week's time the Bulls games come to an end. In a week, we'll be playing Atlanta. Our season could end in a week. We could be on vacation in a week. There might be no more live streams in a week. You know what I mean? Like, things are coming to an end. That's why I was eager to do this live stream today, even though there was a chance I couldn't do it. I was still eager to try, because who knows what life is going to be like in a year's time. So, live streams could be coming to an end. There's a lot of things that could be coming to an end right now. It's just the harsh reality of things. And trust me, you can bet your top dollar, I am not doing live streams for the draft. I'm not going to be, because the draft literally starts so early in Australia. I'm sleeping through it. I don't care who we get. I'm not doing a live stream for the draft. So where else can you do them? Who knows? This team, man. I feel you, Tyler. This team. They let you down in so many ways, it's crazy. I've never seen so much false hope and so much disappointment in a team in a season in my life than the Chicago Bulls. Vucevic fakes. Kobe White's going to chuck up a 3. Javonte Green with the putback. I don't care about the play-in. The front office has to take their job seriously by getting players who have desire to win. We're going to have to trade guys like Levine. I don't know who else we're going to trade. I don't know who else we're going to sign. I don't know who else we're going to draft. But we're going to have to trade Levine. That's the only big change that we can make outside of free agency. Because no one else is going to get traded. We're not trading Kobe. We're not trading Io. We're not trading anybody else, really. it's gonna be Levine or nothing. That's honestly what I think. Free agency wise is a different story. We can not bring back DeMar, and we can sign somebody else. I guess it's possible. We'll wait and see. But yes, you're right. The Bulls have to make changes. The day the Bulls make the play-in officially, AK will leave his office, go out into the hall, tell the front office that they made the play-in, mission accomplished, and they should be proud of it. I don't think that will happen. I mean, I've heard AK be upset that they were in the play-in tournament last season, so I don't think they'll come out and say we're happy we made the play-in. They might make excuses like, oh, we had 3 season-ending injuries, and they might make excuses like, you know, we never had our fully healthy team the entire season. But if you're making excuses like that, you can make the same excuses for every team in the NBA. You know, every team's not been fully healthy for the whole season. So, excuses like that can be thrown around, but I don't think they're going to say, I'm happy we made the play-in. I very much doubt that's going to be what they say. Their hard work, a round of applause for everybody. Get themselves a pat on the back, and everybody's getting their Christmas bonus this year. And AK has the plane tickets ready for Cancun, Mexico. Yeah, I think everybody's handling this loss pretty rough. Cancun, you reckon? This is a worse game by the Bulls tonight. It was pretty rough. Pretty rough. Again, we fought. We fought in this game. Every time the Knicks went on a run, we went on a run. We fought tooth and nail with them in the end. This was a good game overall. A very fun game to watch. But in the end, we just couldn't beat the Knicks. They were too good on the night. Brunson erupted for points. Their team effort was much better. And they managed the game. I mean, we didn't take the lead the entire game. Maybe the first lead we had was in the first quarter. So you have to give respect where it's due there. Very similar to the Magic. When the calling got tough, when the game got rough, when it became difficult, the Knicks were the one that surged. And the Bulls, they fought well. They played a good game. 117 points is a great return. Just wasn't enough. You have to look on the defensive end and what went wrong there, in all honesty, to discuss this game. With that being said, though, the play-in made all of Jerry's dreams come true. Bet they'll be popping bottles that day. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I'm in autopilot mode, so I could not care less about the owners right now. Honestly, I want the season to end tomorrow if we could. I'm happy that there's going to be a play-in game just because I like the atmosphere. And more than anything, I'd like to see that atmosphere. But if we could get that play-in game tomorrow and just end the season, great. Thumbs up. Happy with that as well. I'm in that situation where if the Bulls make the playoffs, good. Thumbs up. If the Bulls season ends, vacation time. Let the Bulls players go on vacation. I'll have a great job knowing that I don't have to wake up at very early times in the morning, like 9, 8, and even 3 a.m. in the last game of the season. I'll be very happy knowing I don't have to do that for at least 6 months. Potentially never have to do it again. You know? It's a win-win for me at the moment. Go look at the positives, ladies and gentlemen, in a season full of mixtures, to say the least. But I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you guys so much for watching. We managed to get through it today, which is fantastic. Again, who would have thought from going to a stream that we potentially might have not done today to completing the stream, things work in mysterious ways. If you're new, drop a like, follow, or subscribe if you are new. I will see you in the next watch-along, which should be, I think it's either against the Wizards or the Pistons. But that should be in a couple days' time. And that's a back-to-back as well, those 2 games. So 2 must-win games in a back-to-back situation. Can't wait. Anyway, have a wonderful and safe day. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. God bless. Take care. And